Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today we're going to do a business mukbang. I have two special guests, which are my best friends. So we're going to talk about business, business tips and advice, and we're going to be answering some questions. And I'm going to go ahead and let them introduce themselves.
I'm Shy. I run Not So Shy Beauty on Instagram. It is a skincare business. And if you want to follow my personal as well, it's at Mind of Shy.
I'm Nadia, and I'm the owner of The Sufi Woman, which is a holistic health business. I also do astrology readings and tarot readings. I'm also on Instagram at The Sufi Woman.
So we're going to start off with answering how and why we each started our business. So does anybody want to go first?
I feel like you should go first because it's your channel.
Okay, so I just started my business this year. So I actually started it because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to work a full-time job in the fall with my internship. So that kind of made me push myself to start it and do it. But I feel like it was an idea that I had for a long time, especially because my boyfriend had been pushing me to do it, and I just never really did it. But I think it was an idea that I started because I just really wanted to incorporate it to help people and help the Hispanic community. So that's why I started JASMIN Services, was to help those that needed help with bilingual translation services or that had difficulty with second language. But now it's kind of transitioned more to social media and management and stuff like that. What about you, Shy? How did you start your business and why?
I started Not So Shy because I'm obsessed with lip gloss. Lip gloss is my favorite thing. Anybody knows I'm always applying my lip gloss. But I hated all the sticky lip gloss that I would find in the hair store and stuff. So one day I was just girls be out here making their own lip gloss all the time. So I just looked up how they did it, and I did it, and I liked it, and so I gave it to you and some other friends, and everybody was like, "Whoa, I like this. You should sell it." And then I was like, okay. And then I always makeup and skincare, so I started going to school to be an esthetician. It just ties into it, and I just want to share what I love with everybody else.
The best lip gloss in the world.
The best lip gloss in the world. Listen to the ladies.
What about you, Nadia?
So my story kind of goes back to Hyderabad, India, where my grandfather was a Sufi healer in the community, and I kind of just wanted to bring out that line and that lineage and that wisdom. I was hospitalized in this partial mental hospitalization program. I was in there with a lot of people who were suffering from a lot of mental health problems. I realized they weren't getting proper medication, and plants and herbs are proper medication. And I kind of made an idea. I was like, why don't I make some essential oil blends for them? Because I kind of had some background and knowledge on it. So I used them actually as my guinea pigs, and I birthed the Sufi Woman. And I made a bunch of essential oil blends for them that helped them with their paranoia or PTSD and stuff that I suffered from. And it was a really amazing experience. I learned a lot from it. And within a week, I was like, okay, I'm launching this business. It was kind of on a whim, but then it kind of went from something so small that impacted a small group of people, and it kind of just blew up from there. And now I'm on several social media platforms.
What are some business tips that you guys would give to someone starting out?
Have an assistant.
It is hard. It is definitely hard, and it's hard to be consistent because life just gets in the way.
Yeah, but it's a lot to
if
manage.
You know that it's what you want to do, and you feel like you were born to do it, you cannot give up. But you do need to make sure that you get some rest.
Prioritize yourself, because if there's no you, there's no business.
Exactly. The business is you. That's your baby. It is. You ain't actually birth it out, but that's your baby, and you got to treat it as such, and you got to take care of it. But you can't take care of your kid if you don't take care of yourself.
Promote yourself, because I feel a lot of people, they start a business, but they never post. Yeah. Or they never share their business. Or
social media is everything
anybody.
Right now.
Yeah, social media is especially the major networking connection. Is how you network with people and stay in touch with people, because their followers are also like a whole nother network that you could use if they share their stuff on their social media platforms. So if your friends share your stuff or your posts, all their followers see your content, and that's basically free advertising.
Yep. And YouTube and like Instagram and Reels, like all of that is free marketing. So
extremely free
like
marketing.
it really, really, really helps.
Them
when you do
TikToks,
videos,
people go crazy for them TikToks.
Or when you
especially
do
the
Reels. How to network.
How to network. I am still working on that. That you're Mrs. Superwoman in that one.
I feel like we all do a pretty good job. I feel like you all, like every time that you come across somebody, like you always tell them about your business.
Yeah, I try to.
And that's
I mean, that's all
something
you
that
can
I
do.
struggle with because sometimes I forget.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't know. I still have like, I don't know, a hard time like speaking to people just randomly about it, because I feel like I don't want to be that person who's like pushing it on them. But then like at the same time, you do have to like put yourself out there, and you do have to promote yourself. So that's still something I'm working on.
I mean, networking is mainly social media for me. You know, it's the easiest, especially because like since I watch my kid at home all day, like I can't go out anywhere and do anything. I can't go talk to people. I have to use social media. So social media is a super easy way to connect to a huge crowd of people.
So how is it running a business, being a mom?
It's hard, but you have to manage it, especially like if she has color and paint all over her because mom's tying a necklace, like it just happens. Like you have to kind of have patience with yourself, watching a kid and working from home at the same time. It is hard, but like I would rather her be home with me.
I would say like the one thing for like networking would be like going to like events, like vendor events, like that really helps because you meet like a lot of people.
Yes, I did go to an event a couple of months ago. They're called I Am Go Get Her on Instagram, and it's ran by Black women. And when I went to the networking event, it was a brunch. They just shared some really personal, like, powerful stories about like their journey and how they became like the businesswoman that they are. And it was just amazing. Like, it was amazing. They had a lot of tears in the house, like, because it's hard. And it's like being a woman in the world that is today and just trying to do something big for yourself, but still facing all the obstacles that you face. And then you think you're the only person going through them, and then you hear all these other stories, and it's just like, it's really moving and powerful.
Yeah, I went to one, and it was really inspiring because like everything she said was like everything that I feel like I'm going through, where I'm like, I barely have enough time sometimes to even like rest, but I'm like, I know what I'm gonna end up getting in the end goal.
In the next 5 years, in the next 5 years, I see Not So Shy probably being based in Chicago or being based in Dallas.
Girl, we relocated.
We relocate, and baby, cannot wait to get out of Ohio. Oh man.
No, same.
So I see Not So Shy being located in either of those two places. I see it still being a small little baby, just doing everything myself. I plan on just working out of my own little spot, just trying to still build up clientele, trying to still like get my name out there, but I feel like I want to be like a small little local business for women, and I don't want to go too far too yet. I like to keep things personal.
I was gonna say, I think I'm either gonna be working like full time for myself through like my job, through my small business or YouTube, or I'm gonna have a part-time job like in social work because I did get my degree in social work, so like I kind of want to use it and get some experience. I want to get some experience because like I'm gonna get my degree, but I don't know if I'm gonna stay in that field for a long time now, because now I'm kind of like changing into like kind of working for myself. So who knows where I'm gonna be in 5 years, but
Yeah, but you're doing amazing right now.
hopefully working for myself.
Yeah.
What about you, Nadia?
In the next 5 years, Shy and I might be moving in together in Chicago because I will be getting my master's at DePaul University in 5 years in philosophy. I definitely want to, in the future, open up a physical shop where you can shop in person for the Sufi women. So that's my goal. That's what I'm working towards. Main focus is flea markets next year, the year after, kind of look at places and see where I want to open up my shop at, either in Chicago or Cincinnati, because I'm born and raised here. I'm attached to this town, but also Chicago is where it's at.
Chicago's where it's at.
Chicago is beautiful.
Obstacles have you faced while dealing with your business? And if you have faced any, how did you overcome them?
Not a lot of people want to listen to a black woman trying to sell something.
Or a Muslim.
Not at all. They think you're trying to like hustle them
Or Hispanic.
like, or they won't listen to you at all.
People don't take
listen
you
to
seriously. They don't take you seriously.
Yeah,
And
they
it's
really
the fact
think you're
that
a
we're
joke.
young, too.
Yes.
We're young.
They
we're
treat you like you
women.
don't know what
We
you're talking about.
We're brown, beautiful women, and we're often intimidating in their eyes, and they're just like, nah, not
And
gonna
it's
listen
like, we're
to
going
you.
to shut that down before you even try to get it started up.
And I don't know if I told you guys, but there was this guy that messaged me because remember OnlyFans was gonna close, was gonna shut down.
Oh, yeah, you told me
Did I
about
tell
that.
you?
Yes. That
Yeah,
was, no.
because OnlyFans was gonna shut down. So he was like, oh, you know, I don't know what to do now because I need income to support myself because he was using OnlyFans. And so he was pretty much trying to ask me to make him a website where he can show his pictures, his nudes, and people can pay for it or subscribe. And so I was like, okay, how would I, do that? And he was like, well, that's your job, figure it out. And I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay. I was like, if you pay me, then I'll research and I'll try to get that set up for you. And then he didn't even respond. And then the next day he was like, oh, I was just joking. Like, that was just a joke. And I was like, I don't come to you as a joke. Like,
I
don't take our business serious.
I had this girl message me. She was graduating last year, and she messaged me, and she was like, oh my goodness, like, my sister got my mom one of your lip glosses. Like, she loves them. She was like, I want to order some for my graduation party. And I'm like, okay. So I'm thinking, like, she just, like, wants to order them for herself to, like, use for herself. And I'm like, oh, fine. Like, yeah, like, how many, like, what do you want? How many you want? She was like, no, like, I want to order, like, a bunch. I want to put them in my gift bags for, like, the girls that come to the party. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. I was like, actually, what we can do, because she was telling me, like, that she wanted, like, a different flavor. And I was like, I can create you your own lip gloss. Like, just tell me what you like. I'm going to make exactly what you want, and you going to be the only person who has access to that lip gloss.
Awesome.
Like, yeah. I was
That'd
like,
be so cool.
I won't sell it. It'll just be a not so shy gloss that you created for you and the people who come to your party. And she, like, set all this stuff up and just ghosted me.
So did you make the product?
Like, no, luckily I hadn't started on it yet because, and she ghosted me. And I had messaged her about it, and I was like, hey, like, were you still interested, like, in that? And she was like, yeah, like, I just have to do this, like, I'll let you know. And it was just, like, complete ghost.
Damn.
But I had, like, ordered the tubes and, like, everything.
Damn.
But I
you
just
ordered
didn't,
the
like,
tubes?
start making, like, product yet. And I was just like, hey. Sometimes you gotta learn that
it's like
people don't get
yeah,
serious
people
sometimes.
You have to, like,
Like,
sometimes wait with some
seriously.
orders,
Yeah.
too, because it's just, like,
Yeah.
you don't know if they're actually serious or wanting to, like, pay for the product.
Yeah. Or the customers are like, I mean, no offense, like, you love your clients, obviously,
Yeah.
but you get those ones that ask you questions and questions and questions, but obviously they're not going to purchase anything. Like, they're not going to buy anything.
But they ask questions for free, and it's like, that's your
Yeah.
time and it's valuable.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing that I struggle with the most is, like, a lot of people take advantage of my time, because, like, I'm so open and giving with, like, my practice and my gifts. A lot of people just constantly ask me questions, constantly ask me for readings, and it's like, if you pay, I can, but it's like, because it's weird, because it's like all love and light, spirituality, and all this stuff, and it's just like, you have to pay somebody properly and compensate them for a service, you know. And I have so many people, like, I give out free readings. I do love to give out free readings, but it's like when you constantly ask me for a free reading, that's when it's just like I can't keep on doing it for free. Like, I'll do it with, like, especially if you're skeptical, I'll do it for free the first time. Like, I don't care. Like, it's go, go, go. Like, for me, that's easy. But if you keep on asking me multiple times for the same reading, like, over and over again, I get that a lot with a lot of my clients. And it's like, you love your clients. I'm like, I want to keep you, but it's like, pay me, please. What's something you're working on behind the scenes?
Like I said, I want to make a skincare system. Like, that is my biggest thing that I'm focused on right now. Besides, like, the current drop that's coming up, with me being in school, like I said, I want to do facials and stuff. I want to incorporate that more into what I'm doing, because right now I've been doing more waxing. But I want to start getting deeper into the facials, and we've been learning about a lot of skincare. So once I get down and understand, like, what really helps, like, the skin and, like, what I can do to help correct it, I want to make, like, a really nice skincare system. I'm gonna start with one that can just, like, work for all skin types, and then try to break it down and get into, like, the sensitive and, like, the people with acne and dry and all that stuff.
Oh,
So yeah, we're working on that.
I think something that I want to get done that I'm kind of working on behind the scenes already is, like, making, like, a Spanish, like, to English, like, a pamphlet or book. Because, like, with, you know, with all those worksheets that I've been making you for our tutoring classes, that I feel like I can put that into, like, a book, and then people would even like those, or
and they're the cutest
or
worksheets.
coloring books or something
They're
like
the
that.
cutest worksheets.
Yeah, or even in the future, maybe, like, do some kind of, like, Hispanic, like, book, you know. But yeah, what about you, Nadia?
I'm working on making my own brand of essential oils. So I'm currently distilling lavender and rosemary and a whole bunch of other oils, and they have to kind of distill and sit for a year. So it's going to be a year before that happens, but I'm working on it. So.
Oh yeah, she didn't mention that she does make other products. She
I make
makes
so much shit.
the most heavenly body butter.
But just
I didn't even know that you made body butter until she told
I make
me.
body
The most
butter.
heavenly
I mean,
body
yeah.
butter.
If it's from the earth and it grows, I probably sell it. So
And that's crazy. It's from the ground.
yeah, actually, my garden is the best.
Yeah, her garden
you will
is
come
beautiful.
across.
Her garden
Yeah,
is
her
beautiful.
garden is
very
and
big.
everything she sells comes straight from
my
that garden.
She picked my chili peppers off my chili pepper plant when I
It was
made
such an
butter chicken.
experience.
Thank you so much to our guests for coming on.
Yes, of
if you guys can
course.
just, like, let people know where they can follow you, where they can purchase, or where they can subscribe, like, share.
So like I said earlier, it is at Not So Shy Beauty on Facebook and Instagram. You can always message me. The messages are open. And yeah, 24/7.
My social media is The Sufi Woman on all social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I'm mainly on Instagram, but I'm also on TikTok as well. So go ahead and follow me.
And I'm at JASMIN Services, and you guys can find me at jasminservices.com. And thank you guys so much for watching, and stay tuned for the next video.